What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another episode of Bits of Tea with your girls, Queen Koni and Queen Jade.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yes,
Y'all
going
know
through the
it's
technical
always
things.
it's
You
always
know.
something. It's always like some type of shenanigans or something going on with the equipment. It wouldn't be right if, something didn't go left. Nothing ever goes left. It's just we just be doing a lot. That's it.
Yeah,
Like
we move.
we just be
We're
moving
moving all
around
the time.
all the time.
All the
So,
time we moving. Yeah.
we're excited to be back at the table once again. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is the space where Queen Jade and I come to share perspectives and dissect and decompress the things that we're moving through.
Yes.
And it is with intention that with our story, you integrate with whatever aligns with you so that you can reframe your thoughts and you can reframe your behaviors and just create a bomb AF life.
Right. Which that was an awesome conversation that we had. Um, the last episode. So
Mm. Hold on. The kid needs something. This is so fitting. She
just
needs
no.
water.
Well, you just pass it over to me.
Okay.
Yeah, and
We're gonna have
just
to pass
and
it over because the
yeah,
camera's running. It's
and then go ahead.
rolling.
But then you go ahead and go into the spiel.
No. Stay right here, baby. You don't run across because there's cords here. So tonight we have a really awesome episode. Kimmy, you're on the camera. Say hi. And then go stand over there, please. Thank you. So tonight we have a really courageous conversation per usual. But it's going to be a really stimulating topic because it's something that we are all moving through currently.
Yeah.
Trust. When I say we're all moving through it, trust me, we're all moving through it. But before we get into the tea, you guys, major big shout outs to Sound Mind and Body Wellness. Y'all, Sound Mind and Body Wellness is a whole vibe.
That's what she was waiting on right there. You all heard that slight little pause. She was like, "You gonna hit the button? Like, are you gonna hit that button?" Yeah,
Shout
just
out
become our
to
favorite buttons, man.
Oh my God, I love it. Shout out to the community, the tribe, you guys. Sound Mind and Body Wellness is a holistic wellness practice located in Pinellas Park, where we offer therapeutic massage for spiritual healing. And so, what that means is we specialize in chronic emotional and physical pain. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that neck, lower back,
Absolutely.
sciatica, yikes,
Yes.
and all the things. And so, for all of our new beautiful clients, we want to invite you in with a 30-minute voucher on us to come experience our touch. All you have to do is visit our site, SMBW number 2.com, and you will be greeted at the door with a beautiful gift.
Absolutely.
And then make
What
sure
a
you call
beautiful
us.
gift it is.
Yes, call us to book, okay? Like, call us to book. So many people
Yeah,
have
it's all
been
good.
filling out these forms, and it is so awesome. I checked it the
Yes.
other day, and
Yeah.
it was like 70.
Yeah.
And
Man.
like nobody, maybe like one or two of them called, but everybody else we had to call them. So you guys, when you fill out the form, like please don't
Please.
hesitate to call so that you can actually book your appointment.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so the
Facts.
shenanigans be so real.
Yeah, they absolutely are. So,
Yeah.
but as I was saying, like before the kid was coming through,
Right.
got to get the water real quick. I love the fact that we are water drinkers. I'm telling you that right now.
I know. As speaking of water,
Yes, here.
keep this in the middle.
Yes. Yes. You all let me know in the comments. I'm hearing a little bit of a buzz or a static. If that is coming through on your end, let me know. I might have to readjust some
Yeah.
things. But
Okay.
the last conversation we were talking about reframing our behaviors and thoughts, right?
Yeah.
So we were talking about that and we were gonna come to this topic. I don't forget. I don't forget.
Oh my God.
I'm not, you
You're
know
so
what?
trifling.
I'm not doing this
You're so
tonight.
trifling.
I'm not doing it. I'm trifling. I don't know what.
Shout out to everybody hopping on with us. We see y'all. Thank you so much for
Yes,
joining
thank
us in
you
this
all.
conversation. Please engage, share your thoughts and your perspectives in the comments so that we can further the conversation. So let's just get right into the topic itself.
Absolutely.
Right? No, I didn't forget the topic. It has something to do with October's unworthiness. Oh my God, you literally just did this.
That's what
Why
you're
I
getting
gotta get
right
the?
now. I
Oh my
cannot with
god!
you.
You know what? I'm gonna get on YouTube
Because you
right
know
now.
what? This is what happens a lot of times is that we actually go into what we're talking about like right before
Real time.
um the show even begins a
Here it
lot of
is.
times.
Yeah,
So
reframing unworthiness and how to acknowledge your worth. That's what
right.
we're talking about right now.
Which was has to do with October's unworthiness.
It does. It does. That's the story that we want to bring to the table again
Yeah.
because that moment in time was so expansive for us both.
Yeah.
Like
It
for us
broadened
both.
some things for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So let's hop right into it. I mean, the let's hop right into the unworthiness. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you actually had a client today. Um,
Yes, I had a beautiful client. I had a Vision Life in Align session,
you did.
which is a 2 hour hypnotherapy session slash integrative talk therapy workshop or session where
Yes.
you just it's a conversation. It's a very courageous conversation. And within that conversation, we utilize different tools and techniques and frameworks to discover the solution.
Mhm.
And so, yes, I did have one of those today.
Absolutely.
What were you gonna say?
Well, that because in certain topics there was the unworthiness part of that
Hmm.
conversation that you were going to discuss, and then we were going to roll right into the October unworthiness.
Oh, okay. You mean the question that
Mhm.
came up in the session?
Yeah.
Okay, true. Yeah. So in session, um, the question that was posed to me to ask my client, which and I love these sessions because I get the wisdom too, and
Yeah.
it just benefits both of us.
Mhm.
But the question that came to the forefront was, how do I acknowledge my worthiness? Right?
Mhm.
Because we're so familiar with acknowledging unworthiness. That's literally all we talk about. It's literally all we think about, is what we believe. It's just our entire reality is unworthiness. And so a lot of us express from those spaces of unworthiness. And a lot of these
Mhm.
thoughts are very unconscious, meaning you're not aware of them. Like you could be actively moving forward in a positive way and still have unconscious negative thoughts that are, stemming from unworthiness and still be limited in your expression.
Mhm.
So in this session, how do I acknowledge my worthiness? It gave us the opportunity to identify, in our reality currently, in what ways we're worthy, right? Like if I am tapping on the frequency of discipline, meaning like I'm embodying it, like I'm being disciplined within my own practice, my boundaries, non negotiables, things like that, then I can acknowledge that as worthiness because I
Mm.
am worth that. Like I am worthy of that exchange and that momentum and that type of return.
Right.
And so after I asked the question, my three answers already came through for me. It just came out so seamlessly. And it was okay, so how do I acknowledge my worthiness? What came out was execution, discipline, and consistency. So it was discipline first. Actually, that was the first one.
Right.
Discipline, and then it was consistency, and then it was execution, which is so fitting for me currently right now because that's
That's
those are
exactly
the
what you're
exactly.
that's it's
I'm working
happening
on
in
that.
real
Yeah.
time.
I'm
Yeah,
actually embodying it
you
like
are.
right now, meaning I am like I'm willing my way right now in this practice. Like I'm willing myself to do the things that require discipline, that require the consistency, and that require execution. Right.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Excuse me. Had to get some of that good water.
Well, I'll follow.
I just love it. I don't know. Anyways.
Hmm.
So yeah, so we're gonna now jump into like what was going on in October. In October is your girl's birthday month.
Yeah.
So you already know what time it was. Scorpio season.
Where's the button? What type of button can we?
You
I don't
just want
even
to
know
give me
what
the
button.
X. Bang, bang.
Right. What button can we use for that?
Uh,
It's a doozy.
it's a hand clap.
It's a hint.
That's
No,
what
real
you
talk.
give. That's a hand clap for real.
If you made it through Scorpio season, hand clap yourself because
Absolutely.
honestly,
Well, it
it
comes
was a
around
season.
every time. Just know that it does, and try to prepare yourself the best way you can.
Right. So let's get into it. So okay, so October came, it was your birthday, and what happened? Like what was your birthday like? Tell the people, give it to them.
It was a surprise birthday party.
Yes.
And a surprise birthday party, I can say that I was truly surprised then. And I say that because I'm paying attention to everything and I can always figure
Mhm.
out what's going on.
Right.
But that one right there did a phenomenal job. So yes, so um we're pulling up to downtown St. Pete. And for
Mhm.
me, I'm thinking it's just a regular old date with the girls, and we're
Right.
gonna have fun, and we're gonna spend time together on my birthday.
Mhm.
So we're downtown, and then we're pulling up to Ceviche, and I'm strutting up the step like, we've
Right,
been want to
right.
come here,
Right.
right?
Right.
And
We
just
did.
doing the thing, right?
Right. We was looking so good.
Right, and I get greeted at the door, walk in, I'm still oblivious to like what's going on in the background.
Mhm.
I'm just right here with the three of us.
Right.
And the next thing you know, boom, surprise, big old surprise. And I lost my marbles. I really did.
Turn your mic towards, the part where yeah, there you
Oh, my
go.
bad. There we go.
Ah, so much better.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
sounded like I was far away, right?
A little bit,
Or
yeah.
and then kind of
It did.
staticky.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you, because I
That was
forgot
it.
all about that was it.
Wow. Amazing.
I love it. I love doing this on live TV, I swear. So yeah, so the surprise came and it
Mhm.
was such a beautiful experience. But
Right.
I was so like emotionally like
Mhm.
vulnerable. I allowed those tears to fall as I was hugging each and every part of me in that space. Each and every person there was definitely a representation of myself.
Yo, that was so
And
sweet.
I really, really, oh my God, it was the best feeling I could possibly think of. And then Coney just did an amazing job just
It was
pulling that
dope.
entire thing off.
Everybody came through. Like they really came through for me. Like it was seamless.
Man.
Yeah.
So
And
how was it on your end? Yeah.
it was
So
seamless. It was seamless last minute
mm,
because, not because I wanted it to be, but just because of like our schedules.
mm,
Like, we still got clients, we got a
mm-hmm,
kid, like we running a business,
mm-hmm.
businesses, and just doing the most. And so, and then like having to call so many restaurants and like trying to make a reservation for such a big party, all of that took time too. But outside of that, like everybody else was just phenomenal. Shout out to Tribe because y'all know who y'all are. Y'all are just amazing.
Yeah.
Let me give
Hearts.
y'all a hand clap. Hold
Yeah.
on, wait.
Give
Excuse
him a
me. Hold
hand
on.
clap. Yeah. Y'all know who
Yes,
y'all
we love
are.
y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Um, it was easy. It was completely and utterly easy. But what was so dope about the experience was to witness all 5 of the love languages being
Mm-hmm.
expressed from different people.
Yes.
Everybody loved on Jade in their own primary love language,
It was awesome.
and she received it all. Like, literally words of affirmation,
Mm.
physical touch with the hugs, quality time, like, literally sitting with each and everybody individually for minutes, like, minutes. We was in that restaurant. We were
We
the last one to
closed
leave.
it
We closed it
down.
down,
Oh
and
man,
they
that
didn't
was
even
fun.
rush us out. It was
It
such
didn't.
great, amazing service.
Mhm.
But yeah, like, to witness that amount of love expressed in all 5 of the love languages,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like, it was amazing to witness. I was just like, "Wow." I wasn't expecting it to turn out the way that it did. I knew it was gonna be great because I put intention into it and effort, and the
Mhm.
people that I invited, I mean, just phenomenal. But how everything turned out,
It
like, the
turned out
details,
amazing. Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
came home with gifts upon gifts upon gifts, gooey pans of cake. Like,
Shout out to
what?
the gooey cake. Oh
Man,
my gosh.
right. So
Vegan.
yeah, so we had an amazing time, an amazing weekend for your birthday, matter of fact. But for the start of it, the surprise dinner was just beautiful. It was
It
phenomenal for
really
everybody.
was. And I took that all in and then next day.
Right. So this is where the tea begins, guys. Like, let's get into the next day. Get into the next
So
day.
here's the next day. The damn cloud comes, okay, with its
And
lightning
I'm on cloud 9,
and
mind you.
pouring rain.
Right.
Okay. So this is how it is like when we're trying to find ourselves within this structure and flow.
Uh-huh.
So Connie wanted to hop on live. I believe we were actually going to talk about our
The
rebrand.
rebrand, yeah.
We're gonna talk about our rebrand. And
Mhm.
she was like, all right, I want to go on live at like 11 o'clock or something like this. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm thinking that, we're wanting to go to first watch to, sit down and have the live or whatever.
Right. Right. I'm a like
Go
like
ahead. Go
right
ahead.
come through
Insert.
right quick.
Yeah.
So, I'm a crab. Like I'm all over the place like all the time. So
Yeah.
when it comes to like planning, I throw a couple of suggestions out there
That's it.
that could easily be read as concrete decisions, but it's not. So that's what happened. I was like, yeah, I'm
Yes.
gonna do the live at 11. Ooh, like I could do the live. Why don't we do it at first watch? Like, why don't we do it outside? Like we can have breakfast and we can
She's
like
not
enjoy
lying. This is
coffee.
exactly
And then
what's
but
going
we
on.
could also do it at the space. Like we could also do it at the actual, practice where the rebrand is taking place. Like I'm saying everything at once.
All at one time. But all I heard is, being like the favorite things being outside, first watch, however, boom, boom,
At
boom,
11.
at 11. Ugh.
Oh gosh.
And there wasn't even anything. It's just unworthiness was knocking on the door.
Since the morning time,
I
probably.
was just like, hello,
You answered the
hello.
door.
I did. I
Damn.
said, hello, who is it? Girl,
Right.
you know who it is. Open the door.
Right.
Open the door. I don't want to let you in. But she's like, girl, let me in. I
She
got some
kicked.
chocolate.
Right. Exactly. She kicked down the door.
Pow. And then the next thing you know, the wires are getting crossed. Okay, in my
Oh,
brain.
literally.
Literally. And I'm thinking like time is passing and I'm pacing the damn floor.
You was
Like I'm
doing
trying to
laundry
figure out what was
too.
going on. I was doing laundry. And the next thing I know, 11 o'clock comes, then I'm all bent out of shape because we're actually not going to first watch to do the live, but yet we're going to first watch. And it was like, screw the live at 11. We can do it whenever we want. I was confused. I was confused. So because of the confession, this is what you get. You
Oh
just get this
man.
like, oh my
Edgy.
God, where unworthiness literally started coming out the door. So as I'm
Mhm.
doing laundry, I'm over here with myself, knowing like good and damn well something is shifting on the inside of me.
Mhm.
It's just one of those. And I'm just like, girl, there's nothing wrong with you at all with these
Mhm.
sharp, crazy ass movements. But there's nothing
Sharp.
wrong. Like, there's nothing
Right.
wrong. Like, I'm coaching myself through everything. Like, there's
Right.
nothing's wrong. Like, what the
That's real.
hell?
That's real. And
Right?
I'm
But I'm
bouncing. Right.
still like the
Mhm.
pull to just come down
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
unworthiness level is
Mhm.
just so strong,
Strong in the
especially when you've been
mud.
practicing that a lot
Oh
more
wow.
than you
Wow.
have been on this side. So it feels like it's a battle, right?
Mhm.
With yourself, because it's just the change of the behavior,
Mm.
basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
having a whole meltdown and I'm doing the laundry and I'm still moving through it. And then I basically come into the other space in the room and
I asked you what the
you
hell was wrong with you?
she
Like,
finally,
you was
as I'm
like,
sharply moving
I was like,
around,
"Are you okay?" I didn't say what the hell's wrong with you. But I
she didn't do
did
that. Yeah.
gracefully. I was just like, "Babe, like, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
is something the matter?" Like,
And that, my friend, was the invitation to have the conversation. Cause it's like,
it was a great decision.
I was like,
I'm gonna
I'm
acknowledge
not,
it.
yeah, I'm not going to acknowledge what's going there. There's something happening right now.
Mhm.
And I'm just letting you know, like, what it is.
Right.
So, long story short, within this scene, because now this scene, we're actually together and I'm explaining to her what is internally going on inside of me.
Mhm.
And literally, it was just,
It was almost like a strong debate. We was
it,
wanting to go
we were
tit for
wanting to go
tat,
tit for tat, but
very
it was,
gently, like nothing crazy
yeah,
at
but it was
all.
just like, hear me out because when I begin to speak, there's a lot of thoughts
Mhm.
that are taking place and I just need to speak
Yeah.
so that I'm able to articulate everything and then boom, it comes into one picture.
Mhm.
So there was moments in time where there was some interruption. It was just like, wait, hold on. Remember, I'm telling my story. Like nothing's wrong with me. I'm telling
Right.
you what is actually coming out though.
Right.
Like I can't
Right.
help how I'm feeling right now, but I'm letting you know, like, it's just the thing,
Right.
the
Exactly.
unworthiness. So we finally came to that. It was like that understanding. Once again, we
Yeah.
both was like, okay,
Mhm.
great. And I'm just explaining myself, and it was just like, I felt like I had to basically make up from all that love and all of that,
Yeah.
just the whole thing was such an amazing time, and the receptivity of the love
Right.
became a rejection the next morning.
Mm.
In a sense, it's
Yeah.
like that was a lot to take in from
It was
somebody. It was like
overwhelming.
an overwhelming feeling, but it wasn't a bad feeling. It was just
Right.
overwhelming.
Right.
And it was like, you know how you just be like, I don't deserve this.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, I don't deserve this. So, like, those are the things that were coming up. And it was just like, and from that, it was like, like the behavior wanted to act up because it
Yeah.
was like wanting to say, I don't deserve that. Like, now what can I do for you? What can I, we were supposed to be at first watch at 11. We're going to be doing this, and nothing is going the way that I want it to go at
At
all.
all. Y'all, we had plans for that day and none of those plans happened. And it was okay. Like I wasn't attached to none of them just because I was already happy, like just to be spending the time with you on your birthday. And we had a
Yeah.
babysitter. Everything was just perfect. Like everything was perfect. However, the sabotage wanted you it needed that drug of cortisol. It just wanted to feel that pain of
Absolutely.
like I'm not worthy of it. I don't
Mm,
deserve it. And so it like I feel like your sabotage actually contributed to the plans not coming to because you needed to see that like no, you are worthy of it and it doesn't
right.
matter. Like plans don't matter.
Right. So, like, all of that is coming up. And
Mhm.
then we were like, okay, well, you was like, we're still going to go to one of my favorite spots. So
Right.
let's just go do what we want to do. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only what we did.
she was like, at the end of the day, Coney is just like, girl, like, I already know what this is. I'm not trying to have like this ruin like anything. You know what I'm saying? But she was not being nasty about it. She was just like, we're going to get this out. Let's go ahead and go.
Let's go ahead and go. But before we even on the way to first watch,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, but so when we were, this is the dopest part.
Ah.
When we were in the conversation trying to
Mm,
figure out what's going on, and there was interruption, right? Like this is not we literally didn't know what was going on. Like it was so left field. It wasn't planned or anything like that. It was literally we're having a good time. And then next thing you know, it's like, okay, is there something going on? Like, are you okay? And then now we're in the conversation. So I loved how you expressed like, yo, it was literally the unworthiness. I cannot help what I feel in my body, but I'm
yeah.
making the decision and I have the courage to get it out and I feel safe to get it out with you. Right. So that's the
Yes.
first point I want you guys to grasp. That's
Yeah.
perspective, especially if you're in a relationship with someone that you're choosing to do life with, right?
Mhm.
Like when you're having these moments of adversity and you feel it in your body, right? And you're moving, you're on edge. You know it. You just know it. Your partner's responding to you, looking sideways, maybe the kids, like you know it. Take a deep breath. And when you have the opportunity and you feel like you can do it, just say, you know what, I need to talk. Can we talk? Can we
Mm.
talk about this? Or if your partner asks you, like I asked Jade,
Yeah.
what's the matter? Is there something wrong? Don't stop lying. Stop lying and
Right.
saying there's nothing wrong. Stop lying and suppressing it. Stop lying and not acknowledging the thing, and just bring it out and be like, yeah, there is something bothering me right now. And
Right.
just get it
Just
out, right?
say it
So when she was getting out the unworthiness, I was not aware that unworthiness was at the party.
at
I wasn't
all.
aware that unworthiness was here for real
She didn't
because
see that.
I didn't see it. It happened so quick. I just caught the behavior, but I
Yeah.
didn't catch the how or the trigger. You know what I mean? And so in the conversation, like she's saying, unworthiness is coming out. Unworthiness is triggering my unworthiness. So what I'm
Whoa.
hearing she's saying is making it sound like it's my fault.
Mm.
So that's where the interruption came in because I'm like,
Mm.
you're trying to explain something that I'm
Mm.
not getting it because like, yeah, I said that at 11 o'clock I wanted to do the live at first watch, but I also didn't mind if we did it at the space. Like I also didn't mind if it didn't
Right.
happen at all. Like I'm not attached to that plan. So now it's like what you was expressing was making me feel like it was my fault. So
Yo,
in my
this is
defense,
new. This is
this
new.
is coming
This
up.
is new stimuli
This is
right now.
the
That's
because now it's
absolutely
coming.
that's
Yeah.
happening. Not mind you, this is not part of the conversation. This is
Yeah, this is
Coney actually
new.
real time.
Yeah. And this is why it's so dope to revisit these conversations
Telling
because
you.
you just gain more clarity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I was interrupting you and I was really about or wanting to feel something. I didn't want to feel that
Wow.
way, but I responded. Like, it's like your
Yeah.
sabotage moved me a little bit. It was like, yo, no, wait. Like,
Right.
and so we both were expressing, and you, like you said, you came to a point where it's like, babe, like let me get it out. Like, just let me get it out. I'm able to process better when I get it all out. And it was like, you know what, you're right. Like, I can sit here and listen. Like, I'm not trying to be right here. I'm just a little moved because like we literally just had an amazing night last
Mm.
night. So I'm still on cloud nine.
Boom.
So the conversation happens,
Whoa.
and what comes out of the conversation, by this time there's tears, of course, because now she's getting it out. She's getting out the unworthiness. I feel
Mm.
like I gotta make up. I feel like I gotta do.
Mm.
Like, I feel like I'm not deserving. I'm not worthy of it. Da da da. You know what I mean? And in her expression, I have a question mark on my face. I'm like, what? Like, you're feeling like you have to make up when,
Facts.
yo, I gave that to you as a thank you for what you've
Mm.
already done. This was a thank you for what you've already had done. Yo, babe,
I
that was a
know.
thank you for what you've already
Already done.
done.
Mhm.
Already done.
I
You know
know.
what I mean? And that was the breakthrough she had on that day. And it came through full fledged, and it's fitting because she was put in a position to receive unconditional love. Why?
Man.
Because she had been doing the work to get herself to be unconditional love.
Yeah.
Like, she did the work on herself. So yeah, so the universe, God, infinite source, aligned her divinely to receive that love. Y'all, she came home with gifts. Like I said, she was loved on so immensely. I don't even think she's ever had an experience like that before.
No, I haven't. I will never forget it. It's
Yeah, me
it's
neither. It was
etched.
it was
Um
beautiful. Everybody came out dressed to the nines. Everybody was so, oh my God. I want to do it
it's just
again.
such a
Y'all, we need to recap. We need to redo.
we need to redo. But
Yes.
it's redoing so much though
Mhm.
in everybody's minds that when we talk about it, they go right back to it.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. It's
Mm,
so good. So yeah,
mm, mm,
so
mm.
in the conversation, your unworthiness, it moved me a bit.
Mhm.
And I wanted to just like, no, no, like I wanted to like reframe the thought as the thought was coming out. It's just like, no, this is not how it is. Like, this is not what you feeling, is not what reality is right now. And
Right.
that was where my stance came from, but it makes so much sense. But I was saying that, yeah, you was in position to receive so much love. Like, it's almost like the parts of you that needed to come up and out had no choice but to come up and out, because the behavior was, I am open to receiving love. The behavior had already been shifted and reframed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shifted and reframed. So, and you have been doing the work on your thoughts, which is where it begins, the thoughts.
Mm.
And so there's always layers. Of course, more and more and more is going to come out. So all the layers and all the reframing you had done got you to that point. You
Right.
was open to receive it. That was your harvest, all
Mm.
that good energy. And then of
Mm.
course, yeah, you need to make room for more. You need to make room for more. So here goes another layer that you didn't
Ah.
know was there.
Facts.
And this is how I'm talking to myself. When we talk to each other, we talk to ourselves too, because we're
Yo,
all moving
it's
through the same thing.
lessons, man.
We're all moving through the same thing. Through the same
Mm.
thing. And y'all, like, I can't
Wow.
I can't see your unworthiness. Only you can see it,
Mm.
because it's inside.
Mhm.
Only you can see it. Nobody,
Yo.
even with my damaged finger
Yo.
from, a trauma that I experienced as a child, nobody notices this finger but me.
Mm.
Nobody. And I have held myself back from many opportunities because of the insecurities, the
Mm.
lack of confidence. You know what I'm saying? The unworthiness
Mm.
all stemmed from this experience with my finger. And nobody has ever, not once, said anything, mentioned it, nothing.
Nobody.
Nothing.
Because only you see it.
Because only you see it.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
family, when it comes to reframing, the first step is always awareness.
Yeah.
It's always awareness. If you're not aware that something is needing to be reframed, it will never happen. It
Mm.
cannot happen. It cannot happen, you know? And when it comes to the behaviors too, like, if you've made a commitment to yourself to be better, trust me, you don't know in what ways you need to be better until you have passed them. Okay? So, like, when it comes to your behaviors, you're not aware of the behavior that's needing to be changed until you have a catalyst that brings some type of awareness. All right? And once you have that awareness, is having the courage to acknowledge it, point it out, highlight it, bring it to the forefront,
Right.
right? And
Mm.
then with grace and no judgment, you want to observe yourself
Mm.
in that experience. Observe all
AMC.
the facts.
Mhm.
Just call it how it is.
Mhm.
Like, yes, it's gonna hurt.
Mhm.
Like, it's gonna be painful. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be uncomfortable. You already
Mm.
know this. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Do
Run
it anyway.
run toward it.
One toward it. You're gonna feel the butterflies in your stomach. You're
Yeah.
gonna have that feeling of, nervousness or apprehension. It's all gonna be there. So rest assured. You don't have to worry about if it's gonna hurt or not, or if it's gonna be nerve wracking. It is. We're telling you, but it's worth it.
Mhm.
The only way to release the pain is to move through it.
Mm.
Like, you gotta face it. You have to feel it. You have to allow it to come up and move out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's amazing though. Wow. That
Beautiful.
whole
We came right back to it and hadn't came to it. It's been a couple of weeks since we talked about it.
a couple of weeks, my girl, my lady.
Months. Months. You're right.
Yes. October.
Girl, time. You're right.
Right. It doesn't
Damn, it's
feel. It
February.
feels like it's a couple of weeks,
That's what
That
happens
sound
when
like
you
that's a
collapse in
Kimmy
time.
move. That's a Kimmy move.
It's quantum. When you
Right.
collapse and
When did that
compound.
happen?
My God.
Yesterday. Girl, you know that
Wow.
happened a week ago.
Right. She do
He's
peep
always
to
saying
it.
it happened yesterday.
Right. Kids be like, okay, girl, like, no.
Okay.
Right.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
But there's time they don't know.
They don't. They don't know. On that note, you guys, I'm going to take a brief second to invite you all into Sound Mind and Body Wellness every second Thursday of the month. Join us for our next integrative talk therapy workshop, where you get to have this conversation with us live in action. Okay. Your thoughts will be shifted and reframed. You will learn so much within the stories that we tell, especially if you align with it, especially if you're also moving through it, right? Like, if we've moved through a certain experience and we can share with you how we did that, this is the type of conversation you want to be a part of. And so our next workshop is going to be February 9th.
Yes.
I always forget the time. I believe it's at 8, 7:30, 6:30. I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know the time, but the link will be down below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. So full of it. I'm so full of it. And yes, we want you guys. We want to hang out with you guys.
it's
We want to
real.
talk with you guys. We want to shift some perspectives and share the wisdom that we are investing in ourselves to learn. That's what it is.
Hand claps all the way around.
Yes.
I enjoyed that.
Yes. Thank you for the refill on the water.
Well, as you was breaking into the ad, I saw that there was an opportunity.
So delicious.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, with that revelation you have,
Yeah.
or from that, you said you were able to just kind of, that's like a bird's eye view, or
Yeah.
what do you call that?
Aerial view.
It's the aerial view.
Yeah. It's the
That's
aerial
what
view.
she did that live in person just a second ago.
Yeah.
Because you were able to see the entire situation and realize
Right.
what behavior came out of that for you, and
Right.
and that was a part of the mother wound, wasn't it?
It was. It's my fault. Mother
It's
wound.
yeah.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Isn't that crazy? That was way back in October, because that's exactly what your sabotage was making me feel like, because it already was in me. So it was just, I was triggered already.
And
we
then,
both did
like,
a phenomenal job.
communication was really good during
It
that
was
time.
awesome.
It was on point.
It was so awesome.
It was like symbiotically, like we just really we was
Right.
like giving grace.
Exactly. We are so proficient at moving through OTGs, which is opportunities to grow.
Yeah.
Which, in other words, are those experiences that literally agitate the fuck out of you. Like, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. It's just like, you know what? This shit is for the birds. Like, honestly, kiss my ass. Like,
Yo,
go to hell. Those type of experiences. You know what I mean?
man,
we've grown proficient
yeah.
in communication with one another, moving through those extremely tough situations. Real talk. And let's talk about it right now live.
Okay.
Let's highlight
get
some of
in
the
it.
characteristics so that others can integrate with what we do, and just like increase their communication, or just become a better communicator,
Mm,
right?
mhm,
Um, so what would be one of the characteristics you say we implement or embody when it comes to our communication?
mm. I'm gonna definitely say, like, patience.
Patience?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Can you give an example of like what
'Cause
that
it's
looks
like
like?
we both, used to sit around, well, and say, like, we were impatient or felt as if we were impatient, but
Mhm.
the reason why I'm saying you're patient is because every little thing that takes place in our day-to-day,
Mhm.
conversations, our bickering,
Mhm.
it's not at that it's you don't get to that point of, like, agitation
Don't
to
take it
where
personal.
yeah,
Yeah. Don't take it personal. That's basically
and
what it
that's
is.
yeah, so
Thank
that's
you.
like that patience in that, and it's just
Yeah.
kinda like, "You know what? I see you." Like, Imma
Right.
allow you to move through whatever it is because I know, like, your heart. I see you. I see through the sabotage. I see through all
Mm.
of that.
Wow.
So, to me, that embodies like that's patience with you
That's
have patience
beautiful.
with yourself,
Mhm.
so you have patience with others,
Right.
including myself.
That's
And I
beautiful.
know that I'm not difficult, but it feels like I'm difficult.
Right. Your sabotage makes you feel that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I know that I'm not difficult though.
Yeah. I think our sabotage makes us all feel that way. It makes
Mm.
us feel like we're not enough or we're too
Or
much.
too
You
much.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're too small or we're
Mm.
too obnoxious or
Mhm.
rambunctious, like
Mhm.
I think our sabotage it's just yeah, now I know for facts our
Yeah.
sabotage really got us fooled. Really has us bamboozled, y'all. Like like girl, really?
Yeah.
Hating on yourself? Really?
Yeah.
Like you can stop hating on yourself now. You can stop being a haterade.
Right.
Like just cut it out. Just
So
like
I guess we can say within patience within our relationship when it comes to you,
mhm.
it's just what was that word you used? Shoot.
You said
What?
I was patient.
No, you're patient, but you used another word for it. I just had it. My goodness.
Oh man. Dang, it's gonna bug us now. I thought I was patient. No, you said I was patient. And what was it? The word that we were looking for.
Girl, I'm on this phone, my bad.
You terrible.
I said I'm on this phone, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with it real quick. But so let me get it back into the conversation.
You said you was looking for I'm the
um
one who said it and I
right,
forgot.
right. Okay,
Listen,
so all
because you
right,
said I was
we're gonna
patient.
rewind. Yeah, and I'm saying we're talking about the characteristics.
Oh, don't take it personal. You
Yeah,
said don't take it
don't
personal.
take it personal. So yeah, so what
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like within patience, is the don't take it personal
Yeah.
aspect of
There
things.
we go.
There we
So
are.
that's one of the
We brought it back. Can I get a hand
exactly.
clap?
Hand clap. Honestly. Honestly. um so yes, one of the characteristics that we embody is not taking it personal. And she is also the same way with me because there be times where, I'm going to be feisty, I'm going to have a slick ass mouth and I'm going to have an attitude with it too if I want to. And she literally just she thinks it's the cutest thing. She's programmed her mind to I don't know, receive some type of sensation like, "Oh my gosh, she's so cute. That's the cutest thing ever." Like she doesn't take it personal at all, at all, at all. We don't do that. So,
Yeah, those moments of temper tantrums,
right.
which they weren't. Oh, you only had one.
Temper tantrums. I had one
You
too.
only had one.
I only had one, right?
Yeah, I don't know two.
I had two.
Yeah, you've had two. We won't go into that, but we were talking about the
Oh, okay.
characteristics of
I'm like,
no,
I had
I knew
two.
it. Which ones?
Right.
Which ones was it? Because
We try to act like, "No, that wasn't me." Like, "What?" No, I
yeah, you wanna
know.
go live with that, but no, that's besides the point. So let's
That's
get to
another
people. So
that's
I
another
said
podcast.
patience.
Okay, patience.
Yeah.
Not taking it serious and
Mhm.
then actively listening. I got that from
Mm.
you. You taught me that. You
Mhm.
taught me how to actively listen it. Like, y'all, she would actively listen so well that I would have to ask if she was still there. Like, "Hello? Can you hit my favorite one? The alien one."
Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. She would actively listen so
Right.
well. Right. Okay.
Yes.
She would do it so much, y'all,
Oh
that I
man.
wouldn't think that she would still be there listening, and she's sitting right in front of me, but she would
Yo.
literally be like, she not missing no words at all. Like, she's catching all of everything.
And it's like processing time too. It's like getting to know you and like listening to your thoughts, everything, how you think. It's everything is going into that while we're
Yeah.
in the beginning. It's just like
So I would say
I'm listening.
actively listening. And what does that mean? Not creating an answer or a dialogue when they're speaking to you. Like, honestly, like listening to what they're saying and making the effort to understand it, because there's trust. You're not gonna understand everything
Not at
every
all.
time, off bat. You're just not going to, and that's okay. However, like, if you don't understand, choose to understand, choose to want to understand and listen and try to grasp, what they're saying, and ask questions too. Like, when they're
Absolutely.
done, ask questions.
Mhm.
That's another one. That's
Mhm.
another that goes right into another attribute, So we
Asking
said
questions.
patience,
Mhm.
which is like not taking anything personally.
Mhm.
And then we
Actively
said
listening.
actively listening. And
And then the third one
was
it's because it's coming in right now, real time. And these are this is exactly what happens when we are actually conversating with each other and we're in what we call like
in
God mode
spirit,
or whatever, in spirit
real
mode.
talk. Yeah,
Yeah,
God
like
mode. I love that. The
so it's
wisdom is
like
coming so fast that you can't even. It's like, bitch,
talk.
what did I just
Asking
say?
questions. It came back. Drop.
Thank
Boop.
you, spirit. Spirit's like,
Asking
y'all play too
questions.
much. Get the wisdom out to the people and stop it, and just say it. I am.
I crack myself up. You crack me
Girl,
up, girl.
so
Like we are too much.
ask questions. Y'all got a pen and paper, right? Because y'all supposed to be writing this stuff down. But
Anyway,
ask
no.
questions.
Yeah, definitely ask questions.
Mhm.
The more questions that you ask, the more understanding that you'll have
Yeah.
with one another.
Yeah.
Because if you really truly need to ask it the same questions in different ways, like actually
That
do
part.
that.
No, really.
Just because again, it's just they're just different learning styles, period. So just say it
Right.
as in many ways as you can so that the understanding can take
Right.
place.
If needed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
And what's
I like the fact that like we like to resolve things
right.
like right then and there
Yeah.
and not have to
wait on it.
wait on it, go to bed with it,
No, we never do
and
that.
never do that. So I like that about
Yeah.
us too.
Yeah. I think I really feel like it's because we came to the table with a couple of non-negotiables
That's exactly what I
already.
said in my head.
We literally and non-negotiables, all right? You can create non-negotiables. Matter of fact, you will. You're supposed
Mhm.
to. With your evolution and your transcendence, you're becoming a different person, y'all. Like, the same person you was 5 years ago is not the same person you are today. And the person that you will be, next week won't even be the same. So, it's like you always want to be in that space of discovering who you are and your partner at the same time, and keep that in mind. Like,
Mhm.
you both are discovering yourselves individually, especially on this journey of, towards liberation and healing and
Man, yeah.
transcendence. Like,
Yeah.
you are discovering yourself every single day.
Mm.
So you cannot hold it against your partner if there's something about you that they don't know about.
Facts.
They
Come on now.
won't. You don't even know. Now, I know you lying,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I
So
know you
yeah,
lying.
exactly.
Mhm.
So we got to keep those concepts in mind too, family, when we're in this space of having courageous conversations, because it's true. We all on the same team,
Right.
right? Like, we're on the same team. It's not about being right. Everybody's perspectives is right to them.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
everybody's perspectives is right.
Ping them. Check that out. This is facts
It's
because
facts.
it's facts to them. Oh man.
It's facts. It's facts. But yeah,
Nobody want to be
having
fighting about who's right and who's wrong. Y'all both right.
Exactly, exactly. And I love what you said about the resolution, like, where we both, you know, came to the table together, like, we're gonna solve the problem. Like, there's no need for this to carry on. Honestly, like, we could solve it right now, today. And it's not something we have to try to do. It just happens
Mhm.
because that's the intention that we set. We don't want to go to bed angry. Now, we may go to bed, like, still needing to have more conversation.
And that will be said.
You know what I mean? And that will be said. But we still cuddling, we still kissing, we still doing everything we would normally do if it were to happen.
For sure.
Anyways. So, yeah, those are some good key elements that we always implement. We've become them. So
Mm.
we don't have to try no more. It
Mm.
literally just is.
And I'm gonna say communication.
Communication. Oh,
Period.
yeah.
Out the like
Absolutely.
boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was
That sums
communication.
it all up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sums it all up. Open
Yeah.
communication. Yeah. And you gotta want to talk about it. You gotta want to solve the problem. You gotta want to get to the bottom of it and move from there. I think also being facilitators of healing
Mm.
gives us a leg up because we're so immersed in the tools.
Yeah.
You know, the tools and techniques that we get to share with the community. We're immersed in them. So it's like we practice what we preach. Like, you know what I mean? And that helps us out a lot. I think that's why we're so emotionally intelligent because that's why
Mm.
we're not moved. Like you can't take anything personally when you're emotionally intelligent. And y'all, this frequency is something that we all have. It's just
Everybody.
activating it,
Yeah.
and you got to practice it and exercise it so that it can become more expansive for you and work for
Absolutely.
you. But if you're not practicing it, then you can't expect it to just work for you,
Mhm.
right? Like so, the emotional intelligence piece is really just again harnessing patience, not taking it personally, actively listening, you know, and keeping some key concepts in the forefront of your mind, like, okay, she's moving through something, or they're moving through something, or, we're both discovering ourselves, or, we're both healing. Like in the moment of the OTGs, ain't gonna lie, you don't know it's an OTG, real talk.
Absolutely
You don't
not.
know it's a lesson. When you're in the heat of the chaos, you don't know that you are in the middle of a lesson. You just think shit is happening to you and it's all going wrong and that it's happening for no damn reason.
Mm.
But it is. It is happening for a reason. And it's an actual lesson for you to learn or to become or to practice, to implement whatever.
Mm.
Isn't that crazy?
Very much so.
Because that's how it happens for us. It
All
catches
the
us left field
time.
all the time, left field. Now we are starting to we've become sensitive to each other
Yeah.
as far as like when something internally triggers us. Like it wasn't us, we weren't each other's catalyst, it was something else. We are so privy, we are so aware of like when something has shifted and it's like, okay, what's going on, like what type of support do you need? That's another one that we use all the time,
That's a good one.
especially when you're moving through unworthiness things, right? When you're reframing thoughts and you're releasing old emotions and stuff, trust you gonna act up. And what was I just, Lord, it's happening again. What I
I
just say?
cannot with it. I cannot right now.
What was the tool?
Um,
I don't even remember. It just came and left so fast. Y'all, this is so real. If this happens to y'all, let us know in the comments. Let us know and just know
because
you're
it
not
does.
alone.
Like it does.
It's
Because the
funny.
conversations end up being really good.
So good. So good.
Sometimes you just gotta chalk it up and be like, okay, well then that wasn't.
That's enough.
That's enough.
I said it. So I mean, technically you could rewind it back
random.
a
Yeah,
couple
because
seconds and you'll catch it.
it
But for me to say it again, it's gone. I'm gonna
for
have to
now.
rewatch this
For now,
episode.
watch.
Take my notes.
Right.
So the
yeah.
second part of the title was how to acknowledge your worthiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I think within the conversation we've said a lot about how you can acknowledge it, but just to bring it back, what came to me as the question was posed was discipline, consistency, and execution. So when I am on the frequency of discipline, when I'm being disciplined with myself, my practice, my nutrition, my lifestyle, my leisure, my self care, when I'm disciplined, I can acknowledge those movements and those exchanges as my worthiness. Why? Because yeah, I'm worth my greatness must be cultivated, right? And then consistency, when I know that, I am dedicated and I am consistent every single day with the implementation of things. I can also acknowledge that as my worthiness because I'm actually pushing past the procrastination. Like I'm not hiding behind my shit no more. Like I'm not hiding under anxiety and depression no more. I'm not hiding under the pain and the excuses. I'm not like sabotaging or limiting my behavior because of unworthiness. So I can identify any exchange with consistency as worthiness. And then of course execution. When you actually move forward with that intentional aligned action, I mean, it's intentional, it's aligned, and it's action. You're gonna create momentum. You're gonna, make a ripple in the earth. And so whenever I am executing something, when I'm actually in motion to the things, my task list, or the things that I want to do, get on live or impact or inspire, write an email campaign or a blog post, when I'm moving in that exchange, I can identify that as, that's my worthiness again, because I'm moving forward in a different behavior. Yeah. This
Wow.
all just came from me right now. So thank y'all for holding space for your girl because I needed that.
Like, wow.
Right?
Wow.
Right? So, I invite you guys to integrate with those perspectives
Facts.
and start to acknowledge your worthiness. We've been acknowledging unworthiness for decades, all of our lives,
Mm.
all of our lives. It almost feels unnatural to acknowledge your worthiness, even though you were created worthy inside of your mother's womb.
Mhm.
Like you were already created, to be great before you entered the world. And so it almost feels so unnatural to acknowledge our worthiness. And
Mm.
y'all, I know y'all be
Mm.
peeping yourselves on
Mm.
the low. I know it. I know it. I
Mm.
know that y'all peep y'all. You see you on the low. You see you on the low. Real talk. And y'all really be fronting like you be denying the concrete evidence of
Mm.
your own worthiness. You deny it. That's like a smack in the face to God. You feel me? And we literally have to cut that shit out this year. We
Mm.
gotta cut it out. We gotta cut it out.
Mm.
We gotta cut it out, family. We have to acknowledge our worthiness so that we can exercise more aspects
Yeah.
of ourselves and from that point, not survival states of being, but like worthy states of being, healthy states of being. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so I was not a part of that conversation, so I'm gonna come up with something on the fly.
Please do, because it was just those
So
three for me.
instead of thinking,
Can
instead
use
of
a little mo.
so instead of like thinking about it, because I've did the majority of my life thinking, I'm actually gonna feel into this
I
one.
love that.
So how can I like recognize my
How do you
worthiness?
acknowledge
How
your
how do
worthiness?
I acknowledge my worthiness? Okay, so if I was to feel my way through it and I was to go back and touch on October and the experience at my birthday, um,
Mhm.
just realizing that I really just need to just be myself
Mm.
and myself is enough.
Yeah.
And that the responses from people,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah. That's a
are
good one.
yeah. To sum it all up, like the responses from people.
Damn, that's you took us home.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest one,
Hmm.
to be honest, because yo, people be
Yeah.
confirming the greatness, real talk. They confirm it. So many people confirm your greatness. You can't even it's like you're still denying it, but it's like a question mark. Like what how can you still deny this greatness when so many people have responded in a way that says otherwise?
Mm.
At this point, you're holding on.
Mm.
Your old identity, your ego is holding on to an
Old
old way of
behavior.
old behaviors and
Hmm.
old thought patterns. If you and I know you are, if
Mm.
you are receiving responses from the universe that you are greatness and that you are worthy and that you are valuable
Mm.
and some of your behaviors are still limited or inhibited, like you're not expressing in a way, you're not moving in a way um that supports how people respond to you,
Right.
you have work to do. Like just acknowledge
Mm.
it. Just acknowledge the fact that you need help, okay? And know that it's okay to need help. You're supposed to need help. You're
Hmm.
supposed to need support. It's all a part of the process. And whatever that's coming to you in your awareness that could support, you know what I mean? You reframing some thoughts and behaviors that can support your 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 perspectives and how you view the world and how you view yourself in the world. Invest. Like do it. Take it. Book the session. Get that
Invest in
mentorship.
yourself. Yeah.
Read that book,
Mm.
get that massage, talk to that, get that reading, like whatever that tool looks like for you, do it. It's
Hmm.
coming to you for a reason and it aligns, it feels good, it's seamless, like go for it. Go for it. It's scary, it's going to be painful. There's apprehension, it's the unknown, it's unfamiliar. Yes, all of that. Yes. But think about it. You've been living with these thoughts and behaviors.
That
You've
part.
been living in survival states of being. You've been
That
living
part.
out of balance and dysregulated
Yeah.
for so all your life, so long. Maybe not all your life, but for a long time. For a long time. You owe it to yourself to do something different. You don't have nothing to lose. Nothing at all to lose. Um, so yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. You know how I am. Like, again, it wouldn't be a show if something went left
Shenanigans.
or the shenanigans.
What
So I'm just
happened? The music?
on point, like
Child.
again, like on point in the beginning. And
It
then now I was like,
was.
where did it go? Like,
Where
what
did it go?
happened? Yeah, and yeah, that's what I was trying to like maneuver and move. But
Child. Oh well.
yeah, I just want to say like I appreciate you and I thank you for
No.
um just participating in like this camaraderie right here, these
It feels so
conversations, because
good.
they definitely feel good. And I just, again, going back to the last episode
Mm-hmm.
where it's a build,
Oh, it's a
and
build.
it's
It's a
truly,
build.
it's a build because like I said, when we are talking about, an experience in real
Mm-hmm.
time, like things actually just show up like it, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
it
saying, in real
happens.
time
And that's why we love this podcast because we get to process the
with
things
each
that with
other.
each other. We
Yeah.
get to actually process
So good.
and talk about and dissect
Mhm.
um the actual experiences that we're going through. I'm grateful for you too. It feels so good. It feels so good to find solace in your partner
Solace.
when especially when you're
Such a great word.
moving through life and
Mhm.
moving through pain. My gosh, it feels so good. I wish what we have for
Mhm.
everyone.
Mhm.
Like truly, I wish that everybody could experience the love that we do. And
Mhm.
it's so far beyond like intimacy too. It's so vulnerable and so nurturing and just forgiving
Mhm.
and so
Mhm.
loving. It's so awesome. It
Yes,
feels
my
so
heart is like
good.
tingling over here. That was so
Is
awesome.
it?
Yeah, 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 for real. I'm like, dang, I'm all like doing the shimmy because I'm like, dang.
No, but I think
It's
like
like
it's
it's a good
important.
feeling.
It is. It's
It's like,
important
wow.
for people like that do have what we have to show up so
Yeah.
that more people can see that this actually exists.
Mm.
Like there's still hope for you if you're single or if you're, just finding yourself, dating yourself. There's definitely still hope. Like your purpose mate definitely exists. Um what I can say is that you won't be able to identify your purpose mate because of the energy that you're holding on to, right? Like you can't hold on to what's no longer serving you and have space for all that can support you at the same time.
Mm.
Like you got to release all the gunk. You got to get out all the, you know what I mean? Like do the work to clean up the inside for yourself
Mm.
and then start to embody the characteristics of your ideal purpose mate, right? Because if you can identify characteristics in somebody else, guess what? Those same characteristics already exist within you. That's why
Mm.
you're able to identify it. And because we've been
Mm.
contributing to unworthiness for so long, we miss that. It goes completely over our heads. And so, now we're wanting people to give to us what we're not even giving ourselves. But then we're missing the point that, yo, we have the capacity to give it to ourselves. We have the capacity to do it. So, if you're in a position to where,
Mm.
you are discovering yourself and you're dating yourself or you're dating others or whatever, the best advice that like I can give is to become that person that you want to attract for yourself.
Mm.
Become that. If you have visions or,
Mhm.
ideas of how you want to be loved by somebody else, are you loving yourself that way first?
Mm.
Right? Like, are you treating yourself the way you want somebody else to treat you?
Mm.
Right? And oftentimes it's a no because of the unworthiness, where because of the contribution. And so when we start to acknowledge our worthiness via all the ways we've said and so much more, I mean, everybody has your own unique way of identifying your worthiness.
Mm.
But the more that you contribute or invest into those thoughts, the more of it you will see within yourself. And the more you become and embody those attributes, guess what? You're going to attract that, you're going to be on the same frequency as your purpose mate.
Mhm.
And the attraction begins.
Mm.
It literally begins from there. That's just in my experience. It can happen so many different ways, but just from my experience, that's what it was like.
Mm.
That's what it was like. Yeah.
Man.
Right?
Yeah, man. I
Um,
just, yeah, I'm just again, I'm glad that whomever is listening that you know my wishes and my hopes that it does change. Like our podcast has the ability to change your life.
yes. It changes our lives. How about that?
It does. It
It
changes our
changes
lives.
our
Even
lives.
in this moment, I'm just like, dang. And
Right.
to be like, the
Yeah.
more vulnerable like that we become and
Mhm.
that we are, it's like the ability to just let the walls just
Oh,
of
man.
Jericho come
It's so
crumbling
true. It's so
down.
true. Jericho. Oh god, burnt down.
Burn it down.
It's so
So and
true.
then just like it makes you just like, oh, safe.
Yeah, it's so
And they
I was
love you
just saying
so
that.
much. That's that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I love you so much too.
Yeah, it's appreciated. I know we're getting mushy, but it's real
Yeah,
life.
it's but girl, I love you. Okay, and that's okay. And everybody can know that. So, yeah.
All right.
But
No,
yes.
yeah. So great topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Appreciated the conversation.
It was good.
Um,
I feel like we dropped a lot of gems.
yeah,
And again, you guys engage with us in the comments,
yeah,
catch the replay, let us know, your takeaways and or if you have anything to share, any tips, any tools, any, frameworks that you utilize within your home or with
yeah,
your partner. Share that with us so that we can share with the community. We could put everybody on. You guys tap in to
mhm,
our Bits of Tea Facebook group.
yeah,
Okay, we want to start start a little something something up in there. So
yeah. I
we
love
need y'all to
that.
join
Love
us
the
on that
engagement. Yeah,
platform. Yes.
absolutely.
And make sure you follow us on everything else. Like again, everything is like down. Am I doing this right? Down below, down there.
That's so cute. That's so
It
cute.
is.
Thank you guys. Like, thank you so much as always for
Yes. Tuning in.
tuning in, showing your love and support to all of us, tribe tuning in. So hopefully you guys are
Yeah.
definitely getting some gems from that. Always on every second Thursday, we always talk about integrative talk therapy. So
Yeah.
don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
All that's there. We got children's movie nights, which is every third Saturday
Oh, that's
of
right.
each month, and it's
Yes.
at 6 p.m.
And the
and
next
to
movie
8.
is what?
It's Jingle Jangle.
Yes. Jingle Jangle is the next movie of
Yeah,
choice.
for the
Bring your little
kiddos.
ones
Yeah,
out.
yeah, it's
There's like 8 tickets, right?
yeah. I think 8 to 10
8 to 10
tickets. Yeah.
tickets. Again, everything will be down below.
Yeah. And on that note, you guys begin the
Yes.
day with love.
Fill the day with love, and
End
the
the
day
day
with
with
love.
love.
Peace.
Peace.